thunder as loud as they. Shalt thou then a sound so loud and profound from thy belly diminutive send, and shall not the high and the infinite sky go thundering on without end? For both you will find on an impulse of wind and similar causes depend. Well, but tell me from whom comes the bolt through the gloom with its awful and terrible flashes? And wherever it turns, some it singes and burns, and some it reduces to ashes. For this 'tis quite plain, let who will send the rain, that Zeus against perjurers dashes. And how, you old fool, of a dark age's school, and an antediluvian wit, if the perjured they strike, and not all men alike, have they never Cleonymus hit? Then of Simon again, and Theorus explain, known perjurers, yet they escape. But he smites his own shrine with these arrows divine, and Sunium Attica's cape, and the ancient gnarled oaks. Now what prompted those strokes? They never forswore, I should say. Can't say that they do, your words appear true. Whence comes the thunderbolt, pray? When a wind that is dry, being lifted on high, is suddenly pent into these, it swells up their skin, like a bladder, within, by necessity's changeless decrees, till, compressed very tight, it bursts them outright, and away with an impulse so strong, that at last by the force and the swing of the course, it takes fire as it whizzes along. Ah, that's exactly the thing that I suffered one spring, at the great feast of Zeus, I admit. I'd a paunch in the pot, but I wholly forgot about making the safety valve slit. So it spluttered and swelled, while the saucepan I held, till at last with a vengeance it flew, took me quite by surprise, dung bespattered my eyes, and scalded my face black and blue. Nothing could be more amusing than this passage as a burlesque of the physical theories of the time, and nothing could better illustrate the quarrel between science and religion, as it presents itself on the surface to the plain man. But there is more in the quarrel than appears at first sight. The real sting of the comedy from which we have quoted lies in the assumption, adopted throughout the play, that the atheist is also necessarily antisocial and immoral. The physicist, in the person of Socrates, is identified with the sophist. On the one hand, he is represented as teaching the theory of material causation; on the other, the art of lying and deceit. The object of Strepsiades, in attending the school, is to learn how not to pay his debts. The achievement of his son is to learn how to dishonour his father. The cult of reason is identified by the poet with the cult of self-interest. The man who does not believe in the gods cannot, he implies, believe in the family or the state. End of chapter 1, section 15. Recording by Martin Geeson in Hazelmere, Surrey.